Hello, welcome to my desk. Here it is. My name's Rio, and earlier today I was just sitting thinking to myself, I wonder what I should draw today. Then I remembered that Pinterest exists, and it's a thing that shows you lots of different things that you could potentially draw. And it's also a thing that I just so happen to have. I thought it'd be a fun idea to try and draw whatever shows up first on my Pinterest homepage and try to fill up a sketchbook page by doing that. Yep, that's what's going on. Here's my sketchbook. I haven't drawn in it in a really long time. I think that's because I've just been drawing in my smaller sketchbook. I've kind of been ignoring this one. Sorry. I started it in October, which was 7 months ago, I think. I've only really filled maybe 11 pages. Yeah, so I really want to fill this one up more, and making this video is helping me to accomplish that. Okay. Let's start this thing. I burned my tongue yesterday because I drank super hot tea. Because it was in like a little thermos thing that stays hot for a long time, and I didn't know that it was gonna be still hot. It had been a while since it'd been made, but yeah, it was still burning, and my tongue still hurts. So if I'm talking a little weird, it might just be because my tongue hurts. It looks like the only app I have is French. It's not true, it's just... Okay, move this out of the way. So, let's refresh this and see what the first thing is. Oh, okay. This person drawing. Actually, this will be good to draw. This is really cute. I'm gonna make a Pinterest board for this video. How about YouTube video challenge? That is not how you spell challenge. And we'll add a little emoji. You know, I'm thinking lightning, yeah. Board created. Which one should I draw though? Top one, bottom one, both? I don't know. If you were to walk into my room at any time, I'd probably just be sitting like this on the floor or at my desk. This is my sitting pose. Twins. I should probably mention here that I didn't realize until just now, but these videos are extremely bright. I'll try to edit them so they're not so bright, but the thing about it is, even if I edit it to be less bright, the sketch still looks really light. I accidentally just rhymed. Yeah, you can't really see the sketch that well, so I'm sorry about that, but I'll be coloring it in a minute anyway. I'm really glad I got this photo to draw because it's a photo that I would probably save and then draw later even if it wasn't a challenge. I just like it, it's a vibe. I wasn't really in the mood to draw anything super detailed like architecture or something mechanic. I just wanted to draw a person starting out, and luckily I got a person. The pose was a little bit tricky to draw though. I was kind of confused when it came to how the skirt looked and how you couldn't really see any shoes. I guess the shoes were just not visible and were hidden farther back in the skirt. Or maybe she was just floating. Who knows? Lately I've been really wanting to draw more summery things. I'm really excited for summer, which is a little weird because I think summer used to be one of my least favorite seasons, probably because it was super hot and I can't handle any type of heat. I just die. That might have been why, but I'm really feeling it this year. So I was hoping I might get something summery to draw. We'll have to see about that. Ooh, also, I really like the hat. It's very stripy, very fun. I was thinking about lining it with an ink pen, but I looked and I couldn't find one. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watercolor it and then do colored pencils on top of it, which I haven't done in a while, so that'll be fun. Something I've started to notice while using watercolor is at first it'll always look super patchy, and I'll get kind of scared because I'll think, oh no, I just ruined the whole drawing with the watercolor. It does seem like I ruined it at first, but I just have to keep going, and then the more I work on it, the better it starts to look. So I really just have to trust the process when I'm doing it, which can be a little scary. I had no idea what I was doing with the jacket. I just went straight in with watercolor and I was just dropping random blobs of color. It didn't look the best, but then I found my acrylic markers and went over it with them. I think that saved it. Some of the markers were almost out of paint though. I've had them for a while, but I managed to get a little bit more out of them. I've also had that watercolor paint palette thingy for like 5 years, and I use it almost every time I draw something, so it's a mystery to me how it hasn't run out yet. Maybe it's just magical and will live forever. The white color is looking a little bit rough though. I just realized as I'm watching myself draw, how cool is it that humans are able to create images using... Okay, I had to go look up what watercolor is made of, and apparently it's made of finely ground pigments and a binder, typically gum arabic, a water-soluble gum extracted from acacia. Awesome. I just think it's cool that that's something people are able to do. If you're drawing along to this video right now, then I'd love to know what you're drawing in the comments. I asked that same question in my most recent video, and it was really fun to read all of those. You people draw some interesting things. Tell me what you're doing. I think I forgot to record while I was painting the background. I mean, I know I did because the clip's not there. So instead of seeing that, you just get this really jarring cut. There you go. Hey, at least you still get to see me add these stripes. And also unneedingly overwork this face. Oh no. I feel like I might have done too many layers with the watercolor on the face. I think it looks kind of really textured. It's fine though, and I think there's a hair. Wait, I don't know. It's not coming out. I've scratched it. I went like this, I went like that, I went like this. I've done everything imaginable and it just won't come out, so it lives there now. And it's okay. Maybe it's like one of her hairs. It's blowing in the wind. I gotta finish up this face. It's actually been 2 days since I started it, and I already chipped all my nail polish off from the other day, so I had to repaint that, and then I decided to clean my whole room, and then I decided to draw something else. I don't know, I've just been procrastinating on it. So, let's finish it right now. Apparently I also didn't record myself drawing the face. Oops. The first drawing's done. And it's still got a hair in it. It's got a hair in it! Alright, let's see what the next thing will be. No. Okay, I feel like I should explain why I was so shocked and angry at having to draw Jonathan from Stranger Things. I should have known that this would happen. A few days ago, I let my little sister create her own Pinterest board on my account, and she decided to fill it up with only Stranger Things images and memes and stuff. So I guess the algorithm or whatever finally picked that up. Oh, but another thing is, almost every day she calls me Jonathan. I'm pretty sure in a derogatory way, because in her words, my hair looks exactly like his, which is debatable. So it wasn't so much that I was upset that I had to draw him or anything. It's just that I knew it was gonna be a whole ironic thing. So that's why I said no. What if I get like 10 Jonathans in a row and then this whole page is just filled with him? Okay, let's just hope not. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow behind him, just so it's not so plain. All right, moment of truth. Oh my gosh. Everything is so messy right now. Okay, does it bleed? Probably should have tested this beforehand, I'm scared. Out of focus. It does bleed. Okay, it's fine. It looks kind of vintage. Super cool and awesome. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. He's dead. What is that? I don't know what happened. I started painting over the smudges, and then I started painting over it too much until it got too chunky, until it started kind of ripping through the paper a little. I got this new piece of paper and painted it yellow, and I'm just gonna repaint it onto here, and then, oh my gosh, my hand. I'm just gonna redraw it and then put it over the cursed one. I'm actually kind of glad that the other guy got ruined because I like the new one even better. Okay, I'm just gonna call that done and see what we have next. Oh my gosh, no. I kid you not, I've been refreshing it for like 3 minutes, and every time, oh my god, this is not, oh my, what? It's not, is this like karma because I said, oh my gosh, is this karma because I said that every 10 Jonathans in a row? That every single image, nothing else is him but the first photo. Oh, how do I stop it from, okay, I'll just do the second image, which is this. I guess I'm drawing this now. Hopefully by the next time I go on Pinterest, it won't just be him the first time, but I'm gonna draw that other photo now, right here, where it belongs. I think I manifested that to happen, so that's my fault. Luckily, it's fixed by now, though. Now I only get Jonathan every once in a while. I don't know, it's usually when I save one thing, it's not that crazy. So I really think I did make that happen. What if I fill the page with like 10 Jonathans? Coincidence? I think not. This might be one of my favorite drawings on the page. I like to imagine that it's the same person as I drew in the first photo. This one was fun to draw too. My sister and I were talking while I drew it, and while editing it, I was just listening to the conversation we had. I wasn't even really thinking about it recording, which is good because when I think about it recording, I get nervous. Also, Boy Meets World was on my TV. It was just a chill time. I feel like this photo gives off the vibes of what I want to have in the book I'm writing. I might make a video about me drawing the characters from my book. That's an idea I've had since I started this channel and I've been wanting to do it. So that might be the next video, maybe. I was kind of running out of things to say, so I asked my mom what I should talk about, and she said to tell you the story of what happened on Christmas Eve. It was a little bit past midnight and I was still awake because I'm a huge procrastinator, so I was making Christmas cards. All of a sudden, I started hearing birds chirping, and I didn't really think much of it, but I did sort of in the back of my mind think to myself, it's not early enough for the birds to be chirping, and that bird sounds really close, like it sounds like there's a bird in my room. Which I do have 3 cockatiels, and they do live in my room, but they didn't sound like this. This sounded like a different kind of bird to me. I went to bed not thinking about it again. I woke up and started doing regular Christmassy things. Everything was normal until that evening. My sister walked out of my room looking shocked. She ran up to my mom and said, "Mom, I think there's a baby bird in there." That's my impression of her. We were both shocked, and I thought she was definitely joking at first. Guess not, cause we ran into my room, looked in the bird's nesting box, and there it was. A little tiny pink baby bird. My mom was still in denial. She tried to convince herself that it was actually just a baby rat that had gotten in there. To be fair, he kind of did look like a baby rat. It had been my sister and I's job to replace the bird's real eggs with fake eggs because if you just take away cockatiel's eggs and don't replace them with fake ones, they'll just keep laying eggs over and over because they count them and they know how many that they need. So that's just what you gotta do if you don't want any baby birds, which we hadn't, but I am kind of glad that we missed one. Or we can go with my theory and say that the birds caught onto our little trick and decided to hide one of their real eggs under some nest fluff. I'll just accept that as truth. And remember that bird's chirping I had heard the night before? Yep, we decided to name him Scratty. But now that he's grown up a little bit, he doesn't even look that Scratty anymore. He actually looks a lot like his mom. The tea that I have always comes with these cute little notes attached to the tea string, and I found this one that said, "Bring me the sunset in a cup," which I thought was fitting since I drew a cup. It just belongs there. Here you can see me refresh the page 3 times, which might technically be called cheating, but I don't think it is because the first one was Jonathan and I didn't want to draw him again, and the second one was already a drawing. Yeah, I think it's okay. 3rd time's a charm. I got this really majestic looking lion. Oops, I mean cat. It's just that majestic. Unfortunately, drawing cats has always been a little weird for me. I don't know, it's sort of like gambling. Sometimes I'll draw a cat and it will look perfectly fine, and sometimes I'll draw a cat and it will look like not a cat. I definitely need some practice drawing cats. That feels weird to say considering that my whole life I've been obsessed with cats. I would think I'd know how to draw cats better by now. Weird. I think it's a cute, fluffy, sleeping cat. I don't think I captured the likeness of the original cat. That cat was just too majestic to be captured on the page. His aura was very strong and orange. What am I saying? The next photo I got to draw was this girl with a beret who seems to be sitting on a train, maybe? I actually forgot to include the windows, so it just looks like she's standing outside. It's okay, don't tell anyone. I almost forgot, someone asked me a few questions in the comments of my last video, and I wanted to answer those. They asked what my favorite musical is. I definitely need some recommendations if anyone has any for musicals. I really like Newsies. I would really love to be in Newsies, but I cannot jump that high. How can anyone? I also really like the Percy Jackson musical. I think it's called The Lightning Thief. It's really funny, and I think it captures the essence of the books really well. I feel like there's something I'm forgetting, and once I post this, I'll be like, oh no, why didn't I include that? I can't think of it right now, but I also like Hairspray and Beetlejuice. Oh yeah, Wicked too. The next question I think I've already answered before. It's what's your favorite thing to draw? I really like drawing characters from books, movies, anything. Ooh, next is what do I absolutely hate drawing? You know what? I don't think I absolutely hate drawing anything. Okay, I'll just say I hate drawing spiders because I just saw a huge spider run next to my foot and now I'm a little bit scared. And last is what is your favorite book or movie? I've been reading a lot of middle grade books instead of young adult or adult books, I guess. I think it's because I tend to be more drawn to the covers. They just look a lot more interesting to me. I also just tend to like those stories more. These are my top favorites that I've read recently. As for my favorite movie, right now it's Dead Poets Society, which that's been my favorite movie since the beginning of last year. And also I really like Sing Street. The next thing that showed up was this tree, which I really think fits with the whole page, so I was happy about that. I draw trees pretty often actually, and I don't really do it consciously. Sometimes I'll just not know what to draw and then I draw a tree. They're pretty fun to draw. I like trees. Lastly, I got this person, and I can't help but notice that all the people I drew on this page look like they could be the same person, potentially. Like, you can kind of imagine they're the same person if you try. I was gonna paint something on this emptied out tea bag for my pen pal, but I thought it just fit so perfectly in this one. I'll make sure to empty out another one though. The final page looks a lot more cohesive than I thought it was gonna look. I kind of thought it was gonna look really silly because usually my Pinterest is filled with random stuff, but today it was actually not bad at all. This challenge is really fun. If you want to try it, go for it. I think I definitely do prefer coming up with ideas from my head because I don't know, it got a little boring after a while just drawing images that are already a thing. Plus, I don't have as much to talk about. Like when I'm drawing something from my brain, I can talk about maybe what I was thinking while drawing it. It was still really fun. I really like how it looks all put together. I'll have the Pinterest board I made for this video linked down in the description, so you can go to the board and draw them if you want to. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you soon, hopefully. Goodbye!